Good morning. In this video, we are going to be multiplying multi-digit numbers. So the most important thing with this is to remember your times tables. We're going to do the first one together. I'm going to have you do the second one kind of on your own. And then the third one is a super challenge. We're going to kind of do a mix of on our own and together. All right, so let's get started with this very first one. It says 64 times 43. So let's go ahead and fill it in. We are going to use our graphs because the most important thing is to make sure it is really, really neat. All right, so we've got 64 times 43. We are going to start right here at the 3 and think up. So we're going to say 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to go ahead and write my 2 down and carry that 1. Now we're going to go 3 times 6 is 18 plus that 1 is 19. So we're going to write our 19. This should be review for you because I know it was a standard in 4th grade and even in 3rd grade to do some multiplication. So let's keep going. Now we're going to put our placeholder 0. Remember, now it's time to start multiplying the 4 times the 6 and the 4. And since that 4 is really a 40, we have to put our placeholder 0 here. That is the biggest mistake that 5th graders make, is forgetting that placeholder 0. So make sure you remember to put that placeholder 0 here. All right, let's do that 4 times 4, and that is going to be 16. We're going to put our 6 down, carry our 1. Now we're going to do 4 times 6. I know 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Let's change that to black. And look at that. We are done multiplying already. All we have to do now is add it up. And as you can see, since I remembered to use my graph paper, it's going to be really easy to add it up because everything is beautifully in a straight line. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 6, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to put my 5 down and carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 5 is 7. And this 2, there's nothing above it, so we're going to bring it down. So I know that my answer of 64 times 43 was 2,752. Perfect. Now this next one is to be exactly the same. Remember, you are going to start in your ones place and multiply up, then multiply to the left. Then you're going to go to your tens place and multiply to the right, and then straight up. So let's go ahead and get started on this next one. 571 times 38. I want you to go ahead and do this very first whole line of boxes. And then put your answer to what should be in this box on the next slide. All right, let's solve and see if you figured out what was in that box. I know we're going to start with our 8, and we're going to go straight up. We're going to say 8 times 1 is 8. Now we've got to go 8 times 7. Oh my gosh. I don't know that I remember my 8 times 7. I remember that 6 times 8 is 48. So if 6 times 8 is 48, then I can just add 8 to it. So 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Perfect. I'm going to put down my 6 and carry my 5. Now I've got 8 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we've got 8 times 5 plus 5. That's going to get me 45. I hope you got 4,568 across this first line. If you did not, make sure you're going back and checking, seeing where you went wrong and fixing it. And now I want you to go ahead and multiply your 3 times the 1, the 7, and the 5 and fill in this next box down here. Next line. Go ahead on the next slide. Tell me what that line should be. All right, let's work together. We know that we have to start with 3 times 1. But did you remember your magic placeholder 0? I really hope you remembered it because that can be super tricky. If you didn't remember it, go ahead and say, oh no, I forgot, and rework it and see what you get. All right, 3 times 1 we know is 3. Now we've got 3 times 7. I know that's 21. So I'm going to put down my 1, carry my 2. I'm going to cross out this 5 so I don't think I'm going to use it again. Now I know I'm going to go 3 times 5. I know that's 15 plus 2 is 17. All right, go ahead, add it up, and let me know what you get. All right, we added. You should have 8, 6 plus 3. We got 7, 8, 9. 5 plus 1 is 6. 4 plus 7. I know that 7 plus 3 is, 10. So 7 plus 4 must be 11. And we've got 2. So my answer for 571 times 38 is 21,698. Beautiful. Let's move on to that very last question. This last one is a challenge problem because it is a 4-digit by 3-digit. As you can see, there are a lot of boxes. Let's go ahead and write it in. 5,271 times 129. Go ahead and figure out that first line of boxes. For this one, you should have said 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 7. So I know that 9 times 6 is 54. So that means that 9 times 7 is 63. So with your 9s, remember, you're going up in one direction and down in the other. So 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 63. So we're going down in numbers here and up in numbers here. Interesting how that works. 3, move my 6. Now I know I'm going to do 9 times 2 is 18 plus 6. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Looks good. Now we're going to do 9 times 5, which is 45, plus 4, 46, 47, 48, 49. Double check your work. Make sure you got 49,439. If you did not, go back, check, see where you messed up, and fix it. All right, now time for this next one. You are going to multiply, oh goodness, stop. Multiply your 2 times the 1, 7, 2, and 5 and see what you get. All right, we're going to start with 2 times 1, but did you remember the magical placeholder 0? I'm struggling with that today. Gotta remember that 0. Now we know that 2 times 1 is 2. We're going to do 2 times 7. I know that's 14. Put down my 4. I'm going to cross that out, carry my 1. Now I've got 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. You should have gotten 145,420. If you did not, go back and double check yourself. If you did, give yourself a high five because you're doing awesome. We've got one more row, and it should be super easy because there's a 1. This is the challenging part, though. Think about it this way. Because I was multiplying by the 2 on the second line, and the 2 is in the tens place, I had to add 1 0. This 1 is in the hundreds place. So I actually have to add 2 placeholder zeros here. Gave you a little extra hint there, or really the answer. So I want you to go ahead and figure out what this line should be. Go ahead and get to work. All right, I'm struggling with that. We're going to do 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 5 is 5. Add it up. Let me know what your answer is. 9 plus 0 is 9. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 5 plus 7. Okay, I know that 9 and 5 is 14 because 10 plus 5 would be 15 minus 1. So 14 plus 7. 14 plus 6 would be 20, so this is 21. All right, 2 plus 4 is 8. Wow, no, it's not. 2 plus 4 is 6. Plus 4 is 10. Plus 2 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 5 is 7. So my answer is 721,959. If you got it completely correct, then I want you to come give me a high five. Go ahead and glue these notes into your notebook and get started on that classwork. Good job.